Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential, and today I'm bringing you a roundup of the Spring 2025 trends, and I've picked out the patterns and the fabrics that you can sew them up in. Let's get started. And before we get into the main video, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that we are hosting an exciting baby lock demonstration day at our East Midlands showroom on Thursday the 10th of April 2025 between 10 AM and 3 PM. I'll be there with one of my lovely colleagues from Baby Lock and some of the team. We'll be demonstrating the Baby Lock machines, the accessories. You'll be able to see what all the fuss is about and see that magic in action. So if you've ever dreamt of owning a Baby Lock machine, do come along, join in the fun, and I'm going to pop a link below where you can find full details of the event, and also just drop us an email to register your interest. Hope to see you there. So this is going to be a pretty bumper video, I think. There was a lot of things that I saw that I liked. What was really lovely was to see that after a very sort of neutral winter where we had lots of sort of earthy tones and sort of beige and very neutral tones, spring was all about the bright colours. There was lots of primary colours. Red is here to stay. That has been really strongly a trend now for a good few seasons. There were lots of blues, greens, lots of fresh greens, and even some yellows that I spotted as well. So lots to get excited about, and I think the spring season is always my favourite because you're always so ready for it after winter, and it's just lovely to focus on some nice bright colours and some pretty makes to get us feeling excited about the new year ahead. So the first trend I want to talk through is jackets. So jackets, I saw lots and lots of quilted jackets, always a very boxy sort of style, quite short. And I saw quilted jackets in fabrics with the contrasting thread. So I saw like some neutral ones with the contrasting thread to highlight that quilted design. But I also saw things like just simple denim as well, very understated. But quilted jackets look like they're still very popular and here to stay. And then the other style of jacket that I saw, which is also being popular and here to stay, and I'm wearing one today because I love them, is just the Chanel style of jacket. So I've got mine on. I didn't make this, sadly. I'm going to fess up and be honest about it. But I just find that in the spring particularly, having some cute little boxy jackets like this that I can wear with a t-shirt and jeans, it's just a nice alternative to sort of some of the things I wear otherwise. And it just makes me feel, I feel very casual and I feel very everyday, but I feel like I've just got a slightly more put together look. And I just find them really easy to wear. So I would really like to make myself one of these this spring. I really hope I get around to it. Do tell me in the comments what you're planning to make this spring and what you liked from the video as well, because I do love to hear from you. But in terms of patterns then, I had to choose the Tamarack jacket. You will all know it. Many of you love it. It comes in sizes 0 to 18, and then there is a 14 to 30 version as well on our site. It's been in the most popular patterns of the year videos for us a good few times. It's well known in the sewing community, and there are actually people on Instagram and on blogs and things who have cropped this jacket to make it short, because it does finish sort of mid-thigh usually. And I thought that could be really good for that quilted jacket trend. And I'd be tempted to make it in this lovely sort of chambray weight fabric that we've got. Obviously you would need to add your wadding to that, but I just think that would make a really simple, easy to wear classic jacket that would go with everything. So that was my choice for that one. And then in terms of the Chanel style jacket, there's a McCall's pattern that I absolutely love that I've mentioned to you many times, which is quite a boxy shape. But there's also a new look pattern that came out, which has got a slightly more fitted design, which I thought would be nice to show you because sometimes people prefer that. But very simple, princess seams at the front and the back, no fastenings, it's just open at the front, which is perfect for spring. And then just your simple straight sleeves. You can make a short sleeve version as well. The suggestions of trimmings and things like that, so you can mess around with it. That runs up to a size 18. which is all the sizes are on the website, so do check out the size charts there. But I would make that one, and this is what I would like to make my spring jacket in, this beautiful pink sort of wool mix fabric. It's got like a bluey sort of check across it, and yeah, I saw some of my favourite fashion bloggers in some lovely pastel-y pink boucle style jackets on Instagram recently, and I thought, yeah, that really reminds me of that fabric, and I think that would be perfect to tick that trend box. So that's my first set of trends. Then on to blouses and shirts, and there was lots to get excited about here. You know, very similar themes to what we've seen in previous years. So we had candy stripe shirts, but with a twist. So I saw quite a lot of them with a really cute little ruffle stand-up collar, and I've got a pattern that has got that. And I actually was speaking to one of our lovely customers the other day. If you're watching, Michelle, hello. And she was actually going to make that pattern with some of our beautiful viscose shirting fabric, which was a stripe fabric, and I thought would look really lovely. But that was one of the key trends I spotted. I also spotted a lot of sort of white shirt slash blouses with collars, and then statement sort of cutouts, or, you know, panelled designs, maybe lace, that sort of thing. Just to, yeah, so a simple white shirt, but with lots of sort of pretty lace or cut out sort of designs, and I've got a pattern perfect for that as well. And then the other style that I saw was just your classic sort of boho, which has been around for the last few seasons. The Roscoe blouse that I made that you all loved, that would be great for it, but I've got some alternative ideas for you today. But just think sort of open at the front, slight V, maybe some neckties, little trumpet sleeves, just little frills and details there. So the pattern I chose for the boho style is quite an old one out of the archives. It's Simplicity 8839. It's an easy to sew pattern, and on the pattern packet, the sort of poofy multi shirred sleeve I think might be a bit much for some people. I probably wouldn't go for that style, but actually if you look at the other designs on this pattern, they are very, very wearable. And two of them, you've got a V at the front, you've got bust darts for a little bit of shape, but a nice loose fitting design that you could easily tuck into your trousers, which is what I like to do. And then you've got options for a simple sleeve with little ties, or a simple sleeve with slight balloon at the bottom, and then a trumpet effect. And then you've also got a short version with a little trumpet effect as well. It's an easy to sew pattern, runs up to size 22. And just the size charts are all on the website, so I'm going to pop links below for you to all of the patterns and all of the fabrics. You can buy them all on our website, all the information's on there, but if ever you need any help or you're not sure, please do get in contact via email. We're always very, very happy to help. But yeah, I thought the version with the trumpet sleeve, there's also a version with the crossover on the back as well, which is really cute as another option. Oh no, sorry, that's at the front. The crossover is across the V at the front, so it's exactly the sort of things that I was seeing on those trends, you know, quite simple blouses but then with just cute pretty little details. So yeah, I thought that one was great, and I would make the V-neck version with the little trumpet sleeve in this, and it'd be so quick and easy to whip up because the bodice is really simple, the details just in the sleeves. I'm not even sure actually, I don't know if it's fastened or if you just pull it over your head. It's a pullover top, yeah, so you haven't even got to do any buttons or zips or anything like that, so really easy. And we've got this beautiful, I think it's either a viscose or a lyocell fabric, I can't remember, but again the details are on the website, in this fresh spring green. It's like a sort of abstract paisley design. We've got it in the blue colourway as well, which is really pretty and you guys absolutely loved. So that was my choice for that one. Then on the white shirt with the sort of cutout or lace designs, I chose Vogue 2031. Classic shirt style, button down front, collar. I think there may well be a collar stand on it. It's got yokes, gathers under the yokes, a yoke at the back, and then you've got the option for the sort of fuller sleeve that's like a balloon sleeve gathered into elastic at the hem, or you've got your classic shirt sleeve included as well, but it would be that balloon one that I would go for. And we stock some white cotton fabric, it's cotton pop fabric. It's on the website. I'm going to pop the link below for you. I made a white shirt in it a couple of years ago and it was really lovely. It's quite soft, and yeah, it just worked perfectly. I think it might be a Dashwood one, but yeah, all the links are below, so that would be my choice for that one. And then the other trend I saw actually that I forgot to mention, that's been around for a few seasons now, that just seems like it's here to stay, is the trend where you fasten the blouse at the front with little ties in bows. Really pretty, very on trend, and the pattern I chose for that was Tilly and the Buttons Nell, which is a great pattern. It's for confident beginners, but it includes loads of different designs. So you've got the bow tie front, you've also got button down front options, you've got patch pockets that you can pick and choose, you've got different length skirts, you've got a blouse with a peplum, which is another key trend that's been around in recent seasons. So you get so much included in this pattern, so many different projects, and all very on trend, and it runs up to a size 34 as well. So that's a 56 bust, 60-inch waist and a 61 hip, 60-inch bust, 53 waist and 61-inch hip. So really size inclusive, loads and loads of different projects you can make on that. And the fabric I chose for that one actually was this lovely, I think it's a seersucker. It's a red and white stripe, and this is exactly the sort of thing I saw when I was doing my research. And I thought that bow tie blouse, shorts but sort of blouse, would look really pretty sewn up in this for spring. So that was my choice for that one. And then, oh yes, the shirt that I was talking to one of our lovely customers about is the Clayton shirt, and we were both saying it's a style art pattern. We were both saying what incredible value this pattern is, because there are so many options. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different styles of collar or neckline. So you've got a long pointed collar, a dog ear collar, a stand collar. You've got that lovely frill collar that I was talking about that I saw when I was trend spotting. You've also got like a pussy bow blouse type necktie. You've got different options for the cuffs, either a single cuff with 2 buttons or a double cuff with 1 button. So the double cuff folds back on itself. You've also got different sleeve lengths. You've got the option for a little trumpet sleeve, or a little cuff, and then like a sort of balloon sleeve effect. There's just so much included with this pattern, it's crazy. And these run up to a size 30 as well, so they're really size inclusive. There is a tutorial to go with it as well, because style art patterns sometimes don't have a great deal of instructions with them, but there is a QR code that you can scan for an accompanying tutorial, and their tutorials generally are pretty good. And I thought this fabric would look great. It's just got a really subtle blue and white stripe, and then a cute, almost like a Swiss dot embroidered little spot on it. So I thought that would look great sewn up into probably the shirt with the little stand-up ruffle collar, which is what our lovely customer was about to make. So I look forward to hopefully hearing how that went. In terms of dresses then, the key trends that I spotted here, so in terms of long dresses, we were seeing lots of midi length still, gone back to those fitted silhouettes again, quite a lot of empire line I noticed, but yeah, again, sort of very simple, very fitted, very sort of skimming the body, not skin tight, and then pretty little details thrown in, very much like the blouses, little trumpet sleeves, neckties perhaps, little frills and ruffles here and there, pin tucks, that sort of thing. So very easy to make, very easy to wear, lots to love about those. And the patterns I chose were Simplicity 8875, which is a dress that I made previously and I adore, and I need to make a more springy, summery version because mine was a winter version that I made of this. But it's got the empire line, gathers under the bust, it's a button down front. I made the long sleeve version with the little gather at the sleeve sleeve head, and then the sleeves are finished in elastic again. That balloon sleeve finished in narrow elastic. You've got the option to, it's got a sort of quite dramatic ruffle hem, which is really cute. Everyone went mad for this pattern when I shared the make, and I'll try and remember to link the review of my version of this pattern below for you, because it is, trust me, it's a really great pattern. What I love about it as well is the fit of it. So it, like I said, it skims the body. It's not overly tight, you know, because it's empire line, there is a bit of room in it, and it just feels beautiful. I made it in a lovely sort of medium weight viscose, and I just loved wearing it. And then you've also got a version for a shorter dress with a flutter sleeve. There's also a version with a sort of quite dramatic, almost like flutter collar on it as well. And this one runs up to a size, I'm struggling with the size charts on these today, but they are all on the website, but if you can't find the information you need, do shout. But yeah, that one I thought would look beautiful made up in our Fabric Godmother viscose twill fabric, which I recently made a short dress in. But I just love this for spring because it's got those beautiful bright popping colours. The purple flowers in particular for me really stand out on this one. Beautiful weight, beautiful drape, beautiful movement, and yeah, just a great sort of nod to spring with all those pretty bold flowers. And then another pattern that I dug out of the archives that I haven't actually made yet, but I would really like to make, that I thought ticked this trend very nicely, is Butterick 6705. Oh, actually, this was one of my short dress patterns. Let me talk to you about short dresses before we get into that. So for the short dresses, there were two definite schools of thought here. So one is the very preppy look, the very sort of fitted classic shift dress, usually with a short sleeve, a collar or a crew neck, you know, that you would make in your sort of tweedy boucle type fabrics, that preppy look. And then the other school of thought was the bohemian boho vibes, which have been around the last couple of seasons. So very much like the blouses and the long dresses, you know, lots of little pretty necktie details, ruffles, trumpet sleeves, that sort of thing. So Butterick 6705 is definitely in that sort of boho vibes camp for me. It's a dress that I've always really liked and I've never got around to making, so hopefully I might get around to making it soon. But it's got an empire line again, very similar to the simplicity one I just showed you. Gathers under the bust, but then it's got a keyhole opening at the front, which I really like. It's a raglan sleeve and there are gathers at the neckline. Like the raglan sleeve, nice and easy to fit. I have problems in the sleeve area, so that's always a bonus for me. And then you've got the long sleeves. You've got like quite an open dramatic flutter sleeve option, you've got a trumpet sleeve option, or you've got your balloon sleeve option, and then you've got a nice sort of loose-ish fitting skirt which just will skim the body nicely. You've got the option to do a little tiered sort of ruffle at the hem, or just a straight skirt, but a really pretty pattern that runs up to a size 22, which is a 44 bust, 37 waist and 46 hip. And I can't remember which fabric I thought for this one, but I think it was probably this one. I did see lots of sort of navy blues in the dresses with floral designs. This is a viscose. It was really popular when we first got it in, and we've restocked it because you all loved it. But yeah, very pretty, easy to wear, sort of classic French navy fabric. So that was my choice for that one. The other boho vibes dress that I wanted to share was Vogue 2004, which I made recently, and I absolutely adored this project. It was so much fun. It's such a great pattern. It's got a really cute stand-up collar, a button down front, a sort of waist trim. You can use trims on it, I didn't, but it's got a waistband and then a gathered skirt which has got a deep ruffle hem on it. You've got the option for long sleeves or short sleeves. Just a really pretty, lovely design, a lot of fun to sew, and I really loved wearing it. I loved it so much I wore it on Christmas Day, I wore it to my Christmas party. It's just a great pattern. I really enjoyed making it. Runs up to a size 26, which is a 48 bust, 41 waist and a 50 hip. And I mean, you could make that in any number of fabrics, and I think all these fabrics that I'm sharing for the dresses, you could mix and match and, you know, go for your preference. But I thought this fabric was rather pretty for either any of the long dresses or the short dresses. I can't remember what base cloth this is, but I've got a feeling it's a viscose lawn, but all the details are on our website. You can purchase all the patterns and fabrics on our website, so do check out the links below and purchase them there. And then the dress, the sort of preppy style shift dress, there's a new McCall's pattern which was just so cute, and me and Vicky in the office were swooning over this just this week. It's McCall's 8529. Yeah, it's a very sort of classic fitted shift dress. I think it's got princess seams. Oh no, it's got fish darts and bust darts to give you the shape. It's an A-line skirt, fish darts at the back for shaping there, options for patch pockets, a classic crew neck, long sleeve or short sleeve, and runs up to a size 22. And the fabric I chose for that one is this lovely wool mix fabric, which I plan to make a jacket out of. I showed you for the jackets, didn't I, at the start? So you've already seen that one, that sort of pale pink check fabric. It's a wool mix, so that would work really well for that preppy, cute dress as well. And then I thought I just wanted to include some sweatshirt patterns as well, because there were loads and loads of sweatshirts. Lots of them had slogans on. And we've got lots of sort of classic sweatshirt patterns. We've got the Tilly and the Buttons Drew pattern, which has got options for colour blocking and a cropped version. And our very own Vicky made this pattern recently with our sweatshirt fabric, and she made it in the navy, the green and the grey. It's on Instagram if you want to have a look, but the colour blocking she did was absolutely spot on, perfect, and looked really great. We do sweatshirt fabric fleece backed in lots of different colours, and personally I just find sweatshirts are so important in my everyday wardrobe. Even when I go on holiday in the summer, I take sweatshirts with me for those colder days, in the UK obviously, on beaches and things. I just find them really, really useful. And the Tilly and the Buttons Drew also comes, it's not just the colour block crop style, you've also got just a more classic sweatshirt style with the raglan sleeve. So I thought if you wanted to do one of those slogan styles, you could either embroider your slogan on, or you could, if you've got a cry cut machine, you could perhaps use that to create your slogan and create your own very own slogan sweatshirts. The Tilly and the Buttons patterns come with excellent colour photo instructions. They're brilliant for beginners, and they're really size inclusive as well, so they go up to a size 34. So that's the pattern I wanted to mention for that. We've also got this lovely pink sweatshirt fabric as well, so we really have got it in a lovely range of different colours, so do check those out. The other style of sort of sweatshirt or fleece that I saw was, and I've seen it a lot, is where you've got the mix of the like Sherpa fabric and the sweatshirt fabric, or colour blocking sweatshirt fabrics with a zip up. And I'm currently making the Jarly 3907 Alex fleece slash sweatshirt zip up top, which is really quite a quick, simple make. And that's the other great thing about sweatshirt sews as well. They are quick and simple to make. They're really easy. You whip them up in no time. There's not really any fitting to worry about particularly, unless you've got, you know, specific fit issues. But the Jarly patterns are also incredibly size inclusive. This one runs up to a 51 bust, 44 waist and 54 hip. And again, you could colour block our sweatshirt fabrics with that. We've got some nice chunky zips in bright colours that you can use as well. And then the other style of sweatshirt that I saw has been around for a good few seasons now, was the sweatshirt with the collar, and McCall's 8240 is absolutely perfect for this. It's just got a lovely sort of V opening, it's got a band that finishes the edges, and then a collar, and I thought you could sew that up in this lovely stretch fabric that we've got, which is an animal print, because I think animal print is still going to be around in the spring as well. So that was my option for that one. And then finally, I've lost the pattern, but trousers wise, oh no, I've got the pattern here. Trousers wise, I noticed that there's a lot of those sort of sporty types trousers still around that people are wearing with trainers or sneakers, whatever you might call them. And then a knitted top or a sweatshirt or a t-shirt and a jacket even to sort of smarten the look up. But I really do want to get some of these trousers in my wardrobe. So they are sort of a wide leg. Very often they've got a stripe down the side of the leg, elasticated waist, a crease down the front. But yeah, you can really sort of make them look quite smart if you wear them with a jacket and a t-shirt, but then you can dress them down with a jumper. And the pattern I keep looking at and thinking, I have to make this, I need to get around to making this, is Simplicity 3036. It's a Mimi G design, and I just think these trousers look fantastic because they're sort of trouser that will look smart but be super comfortable, and I love the way she styled them on the packet as well. They run up to a size 26 as well, and they're designed to be sewn up in stretch wovens or double knits, that sort of thing, so they're going to be comfortable. And the fabric I think would work really well for those is our Dynasty twill fabric. It's a stretch twill. It's got beautiful drape and movement, and we've got this lovely red colour, which I said red was very prominent in the trends, and I thought, oh, I quite like a pair in this colour. But if you're more into your sort of neutral tones, we do it in navy, we do it in black. There's also a really pretty purple colour as well, so do jump on and check those out. So whew, that was a mammoth video. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I hope you've all got lots of ideas and inspiration for what to make for spring. Please do tell me in the comments what you think and what you're going to make, and if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.